Yo, what's up everyone? First video after hitting YouTube partner, so please can I get some hype down in the comments below the video, please? That is why I want to take a moment at the start of this video to thank all of you who've been watching my content, making this into a reality. Thank you so much. It's been amazing, it's been so fun, and I can't wait to see what the future brings. And I also want to take a moment to welcome on everybody in who has been watching my stuff but maybe not subscribing. What are you doing? And why? Anyway guys, this video is going to be about winning more fights in the Cycle Frontier, and while it is mainly going to be coming from a solo player's perspective, the tips I'm going to be giving you in this guide are going to be good for anyone playing the game. Whether you're playing squads, whether you're playing solos, duos, doesn't really matter. And the cool thing is, you won't even need to have a god tier aim to be able to do all of this, because in the video and in the clips I'll be showing you from my live stream over on Twitch, you'll see me missing a bunch of shots but still winning the fights because of a better understanding of the combat mechanics. So let's dive right in. Now in this video I'm going to pull up a couple of fights I was in recently while streaming the game live over on my Twitch channel, and going through my thought pattern and why I make certain moves and decisions, and also try to talk about a couple of basic combat concepts. Now in this first clip I want to talk about a couple of things. You'll see how I'll roll up to waterworks, and right as I jump over the fence you see me halt my movement as I'm hearing both someone shooting and sound inside of the building right next to me. I decide to get on the high ground, which is generally a good idea, and I whip out the C32, as another golden rule in fighting as a solo is keep the enemy at range. Do not let them swarm you. That is how they'll get you, especially in a game like this where the time to kill is reasonably high. I spend some time sneaking up on the railings to get my bearings and figure out where both of them are, and you'll see that I don't immediately take the first shot I get to take, because at that point I have no clue where the second guy is. However, by the time another opportunity for a shot presents itself, I heard both of them were together over there, so I take the shot but sadly miss the headshot. I toss a nade right behind it to make sure that they have something to worry about while I reposition. Now at this point one of them pushes me and lights me up, and I can't return fire because I get stuck with a grenade in my hand, so I have to retreat. This retreat is actually also a deliberate move because I'm trying to split up the two players here. I know I hurt the first guy with that shot with the C32, so he's probably going to take some time to actually try to heal up. And this guy has just lit me up, so there is a very good chance that he will push up on me very aggressively. So I have a chance to split them up here, and instead of fighting a duo at the same time, I get a chance at fighting two 1v1s. Now I can indeed hear the one guy sprinting after me out of the gate, so I start holding the angle where he's going to push me from, but as I don't hear the second set of footprints anymore, when I hear him start a reload animation, I decide to push and I spray him down. Now, the thing to take away from this part of the fight is learn your audio cues. Try to work on learning every sound in the game. Know when somebody's reloading, know when they're whipping out a stim, know when they're changing weapons, know when they're ADSing. All these kinds of things can give you extremely valuable information, and like we just saw in the clip right here, can give you the advantage in knowing when to push, because he was in the middle of a reload animation. He can't do anything. If he wants to do anything, he's gonna have to weapon swap, if he even has a second weapon, and then that animation is still going to go through. That's gonna take a good second. Then he still needs to aim in at me. By that time, I've been spraying a bunch of shots into him, and basically he has no chance at all. Now right after this kill, it's very important that we do not get bloodthirsty and rush in to go kill the second guy. Why? Because I was still hurt from the first salvo that they took at me. So what I do is I fall back to a safe position where I have cover and eyes on the position where the guy is, so that I can make sure that if he pushes up or he goes to grab his buddy's stuff, I can react to it. Now I heal up, and while I'm keeping an eye on it, I notice that the guy is not really pushing up, but we see that he's chosen the runner's life and he runs away. Usually this means he's got some good loot, so I pop a couple shots after him, but he ends up getting away. I'm sad at first until I realize the guy I killed had an advocate. As a new solo player, both in this game and actually other games much like it, I would strongly recommend living by the following mantra. Only fight when you can initiate, when you've got the drop on someone, otherwise choose to reposition. Getting the drop on somebody gives you an immense advantage, and in the clip in the background you see how I'm sneaking up the starport because I've just heard somebody firing a phasic lancer in there. I try to make minimal sound as I know the person is fighting AI, so he's distracted, and I get into a position where I can open fire on him first. Now, you can see that this doesn't exactly go as planned, as I end up whiffing all but one bullet on a guy wearing blue armor. This means I now know I'm at a disadvantage because I'm using a manticore against somebody in blue armor, and he's got a face against me, so he's stronger than me basically. Now, the worst thing I could do right now is re-peek this same spot, because you can bet your ass he'll be holding that angle and frying you. Never re-peek the same spot twice in a row. Get this in your head. Get it in there. It's going to get you killed far more often than it will help you. So what I do is I reposition, trying to get into some higher ground like I explained in the previous clip, and this time my spray works out far better as we get some headshots off along with some regular hits while he does not even hit us. We see him sprint for cover and we know he's hurting, so this is the perfect time to aggressively push him hard, which we do, and we end up spraying him down. Now, especially when you're up against somebody in better gear and you have the advantage and you have the drop, I would strongly recommend this as a good time to time your aggression. The reason for it is, if you're gonna let the person that has the better gear stabilize and even out the fight again, that's going to make it a lot harder on you, because you're gonna have to pull off a lot of shit to actually get the drop on the guy again. Learning to time your aggression is going to be one of the biggest factor. Over aggression is very often going to get you killed, but timing your aggression just right is going to pay out in dividends. Now, this third clip is going to show you the importance of reading the room. I run up into jungle camp and I immediately spot a dead guy, so I keep running to get away from the stairs. In the back of the room, I notice that the room has been looted, so there might be a very good chance that there is still somebody around here. This puts me on high alert, so I approach the stairs carefully. I hear footsteps on metal, and I back away before he can get shots off on me. I then hear him tossing a grenade, so I try to get as far away from them as I can, but inevitably end up taking some damage as the blast radius for nades is kinda huge right now. However, I know that I'm going to take the hit, so I'm not panicking and I'm keeping my eye on the only spot he can push us from while keeping my aim at head level. This is so important in shooter games, and it's something that I can do better myself as well, but in this clip I'm doing it correctly. Try to always keep your crosshairs at roughly head level. This is going to give you the best chance of whenever something unexpected happens and you need to flick at somebody. If your cursor's at the wrong height, there's a far better chance you're gonna get some headshots off, which will result in way quicker time to kill. Now, he decides to rush down, not really knowing where I am, and I get to kill him before he can even get a shot off. Now, I kill him in one burst, so there's a very good chance that he was actually hit by one of his own grenades, but who cares, right? We played this about as well as we could have. I did, however, make one almost crucial mistake in this fight. Can you spot what it is? That's right, even before coming into the building, I was running around with only 9 bullets in my clip, as I had forgotten to reload after the previous fight. Always have a full mag. That fight could have gone completely differently, and not having enough bullets in my magazine could have easily costed me my life and my loadout in there. Now, this last clip is going to be about situational awareness, map knowledge, and a little bit of close quarters combat tech. In this one, you see me rush up to a dropship with a scrapper, as I needed SMG kills and core left kills at the same time, so I was trying to take that out on the poor teammate trying to evac here. However, I'm too late and he gets out. Right after this, however, somebody else calls in another dropship, and there's only really 2 angles people can be coming from at this evac, so what I do is I hide myself behind some cover and keep an eye on the most likely route of approach. The dude sprints up, I unload a clip of scrapper at him, whiffing half of the shots thanks to the wildly bucking recoil for my once so favorite gun. Rest in peace, Scrapper Man. Anyway, this means I need to survive while I reload before I can finish him off, so instead of trying to run away into cover and increasing the distance with him, this time I sprint at him and I start jumping, making it very hard for him to hit me while he's ADSing. You see him miss a lot of his shots, and the added bonus of this is, just in case I don't get the reload off and things get really sticky, I can always still whip out my knife and try to kill him. However, that is not needed in this scenario, as we just finish our reload and we finish the kill. Now, if you try to incorporate some of these mechanics into your fights, I can guarantee you that even if you're not a god tier aimer, you will start winning more fights. So, reward me in advance by clicking on the sub button down below, liking the video, and telling me in the comments how amazingly these tips are working for you. That's going to be it for this one, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.